Tonight, another installment of the Black in Business Dinner series taking place at Dewey's Jazz Lounge. Tonight's edition in the series focused on men's health and featured a discussion of the physical and mental health resources available to male entrepreneurs as they work to grow their businesses.
Wealth is health, and we want to make sure that our business owners are really not just focused on growing their businesses, taking care of themselves, taking care of their family, whether that's their mental health or their physical health, and we really want to make sure that that is driven home for a community that's not always focused on health.
Tonight's event featured several guest speakers along with many local entrepreneurs sharing their experiences.